And I'm going to humble you a little bit here and say some pretty good things about you, I hope. I don't have this one memorized, but I recalled it as I was doing that thinking, and it's in Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. It says, as those who have been chosen of God, holy and beloved, put on a heart of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. And you, more than probably anybody else I know, embody that sentiment that Paul was instructing the Colossians in, and I want you to know that I hold you in high esteem as a role model, as a Christian gentleman, and as a judge.
Judge Lawson's been around a long time. He's got a lot of background on a lot of different things. He was once some of you may not know, he was once a NASA engineer. He's been a lawyer. He can sing. He used to have a little group of people that he played with called the singing judge and the bailiffs. And he's been recognized as one of the best judges in the state. And I wanted to say this, I've heard there's 3 attributes about what a good judge should have. One of them is he needs to wear glasses because it gives him a look of intellectual capacity. He needs a head full of white hair because it makes him look distinguished, and he needs a severe case of hemorrhoid because it gives him a facial expression of concern. I know, because I could have.
Kindall Lawson, to me, epitomizes what a judge should be. I am glad to call him my friend. I was glad to call him my judge, because I always felt that I was going to get a fair trial. I might not win every time, but if I lost, I felt like that I should have lost. Judge, I thank you for all the years that we've had together.
The bar of the 3rd Judicial District has gone in on, I don't guess it costs too much because we had cheap artists, but it's gone in on a portrait of Judge Lawson. I'd like you to join me here as we unveil this. I'm proud to present this on behalf of the attorneys at the bar and the judiciary of the 3rd Judicial District. This beautiful likeness painted by your brother. How about that? And this wonderful likeness will hang somewhere around here. They're still working on where the location is going to be, but it'll be in or right outside this courtroom, where you presided since it opened up a couple of years ago.
When I got elected, one of the first things I wanted to do was get Judge Lawson swear me in. And by the way, I know he's been asked 1,000 times, and I've been asked today. We're not related. But anyway, he's a man of integrity, trustworthy, dedicated, loves his county and his job. Whoever takes his place on the bench got to put his shoes with him. Raise the bar, raise the on the highest level. Honor, calling friend. With great appreciation and recognition of many years' service to the justice system in the citizen of Hawkins County, Kindall P. Lawson, special thanks for professional and personal friendship of the county. I advise the county commission, the mayor, Judge Lawson has been a great service to this county. 35 years. So TCA allows me to run this jail, run this building. So, effective today, this courtroom, and that's
didn't know exactly what was going to take place today. Certainly didn't expect all this. Sheila's had the big secret going in their office. By the way, this is Sheila, my office manager. It's really humbling to just see you folks here. You came from all the other counties around. I sincerely appreciate that. It's been an honor to be a judge. It is an honor to be a judge. It's a big responsibility. I've been real blessed to have had that privilege. I think the thing that I'm going to miss most is the people. There are no better people in the world than the ones who work in the justice system and the sheriff's department. I've always had ultimate respect for the sheriff's department and all the officers. They do a fantastic job too, always. There's been times when we've had really difficult decisions to make, when you know, the publicity and things that came out looked bad on paper. But through it all, I've had public support. Times when it looked like I shouldn't. No, to come from where I did, Bear Holler up here. I went down to Florida to work for a while. People asked me where you from. I'd say Bear Holler, Tennessee. I didn't know where that was. But it sounded like a pretty far back in the good place, and it is. We come from a real poor family early on. Larry brought me a picture, Larry Boyd, a while back of us over at the elementary school. And I don't know if you had that or not. Yeah, but it's a picture of us standing, all the boys in the class standing on the steps over at the elementary school. I've got on a pair of pants that look like Huckleberry Finn. They're worn thin, and they're dirty, and almost worn out, and they're almost up to my knees. I must have grown a lot that summer. Larry's got on a pair of pants. We're standing there kind of with our arms over each other. That's how long back there for it should go. And he's got on a pair of pants that are doubled up about 3 times. We can adjust the switch pants. Anyway, we come from humble beginnings. I never in my wildest dreams ever thought that I would ever even be a lawyer. You know, that just wasn't something I ever thought about. Over the years, that happened kind of by accident. But got to be a judge. But I remember one thing that impressed me real early, Sunday school class once. I remember this clearly. We were talking about Solomon, wisdom, the importance of wisdom. And I thought, you know, that's I think the most important thing that a person can apply is just wisdom, you know, God-given wisdom. I've never claimed to be a great scholar or a great lawyer, but I've had help to have a little wisdom. You know, there's a lot of comical stories that can be told, and I think these guys were not telling all of them. Some of them are real good, but there's one that I remember, and some of these folks will remember too. There's a gentleman here in town who I will not name, but he used to try his own cases a lot. Most of us, that is. He's got into a lot of trouble. He corrected himself. He's really good at it. He paced back and forth across the floor and do all kinds of things that lawyers do. And he was in court one day. They had allegedly, officers had found him and a young lady out in the dumpster in town, carried on a little bit. The dumpster, they were charged with blues, some other things. The He had an old cab he drove up. He said, Judge, I can assure you that I was not guilty of what they accused me of doing. I've got the same disease that you've got. I never asked, I don't know. But it's been really good. There's been a lot of hard times, difficult cases. My memory is very, very pleasant one. Certainly working with all you folks. It's been great pleasure. I'm not going anywhere. I'm kind of like the boy said, the fellow on the court the other day said, are you back? I'm not going. I'll be around doing something. Hopefully, something that I more maybe want to do a little more. Thinking about becoming a country music star or something. But again, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And if I can be any service to anybody in the future, don't hesitate to give me a call.
One up on the wall here is justice center. And you really outlined it